heard that he was here in the building.
Yeah, Shane saw him down in the lobby.
We sent our most. We sent our most. We sent our most.
I was eyeing you up.
We sent our most intimidating staff member to go find him, Jacob. I know he looks like a little, but he is mighty like dynamite. And it's, of course, I mean, one of the greatest fighters in UFC history. George St. Pierre is here, along with his trainer. I want to make sure I say this right. Christine, bring it up. I'm going to get this. Firas, I know that. Zahabi.
Slam dunk.
Yeah, he did it.
How would you pronounce my name? Then I want to see if you get these one right.
George St. Pierre?
No, you don't.
No? How did he screw it up? That was the one he thought he had.
George? No, it's Georges St. Pierre.
George.
That's better.
I spent a little time in Montreal. We danced our dances in Montreal.
Man, there's nothing like an accented name behind like a badass with an accented name where you're like, I don't know if I can do this right.
Yes, let's try to impress him and go, we always perform at the Jeux pour Rire Festival.
Just pour rire, there we go.
Yeah.
And I know Firas, of course, from all the build-ups to the fights when they show you guys training. One of the most amazing things, George, that I've ever...
Maybe every time I go, like when they announce my name, Bruce Buffer, he comes to see me. He's like, "How do you pronounce again?" I'm like, "George." He's like, "It's not George." I'm like, "George, it's American way to say it, but it's fine. I don't mind, you know."
There's nothing I enjoy more than hearing an American accent done by someone that isn't American, where they go, "George." 'Cause it's always my voice. It's like George St. Pierre.
You guys trained together for the Dan Hardy fight years ago now, and it was so funny. It was the first fight where I was rooting for. I ended up like, you get invested in the emotional thing, and you were at that point were on a tear in your career, unstoppable, and then Dan Hardy starts coming out. He's doing the contact lenses, and I'm just the right age at the time where I'm like, he's so cool. He's got the red mohawk, and he's talking so much shit, and I'm like, this is going to be great. And then GSP comes in and just holds him down on the ground and bends his arm backwards for 5 rounds, whatever it was. It was insane, and I was like, wow, don't ever root against you ever again, man. It's not even root. I mean, don't even get behind another horse, man. You're a fantastic talent, man. We were just talking before you came in about a new documentary on Netflix about social media, which you are on social media. Like you
guys are both on, right?
Yeah.
You guys, yeah. It's got to be frustrating to be a fighter and train in the fight game all the time, and then just have some guy on his couch comment like, "You suck."
Well, yeah, but that's the way it is nowadays.
Have either one of you guys taken a personal thing on on social media? Been like, all right.
Not really. Honestly, to me, it's just I just kind of brush it off. Sometimes I give them back a one liner, but I don't get invested in that.
Or sometime another fighter will call you out.
Yeah.
And now that's how things are done now. It's not even like face to face. It's a guy would call you out, and this is different for me because I'm from a time that this didn't happen back in the day.
Yeah, you're used to face to face shit talking.
Yeah, and even when I first started, it was not as much as trash talking because it was the sport was kind of a little bit unknown. Mm-hmm. It was more, I don't know if the word is right, like more street. It was you didn't really know what you were going to get involved into.
Yeah, I would be afraid that if I just keep talking shit, that it's going to get them way angrier at me. I've been in fights before, fights where I try to talk my way out of it just in the street, always come from a thing where it's like, I know I'm the one who did something sort of wrong, and that person jumps up real big, and you're like, man, he is way angrier than I am here. Like, I'm worried I'm going to lose on that guy's rage versus me just trying to defend the situation. Yeah. You know what I mean?
It amused us. Now, we're at the time that we're actually laughing. Like, we're laughing. Like, all those moments that we had, like when I did the radio interview with Nick Diaz, it was hilarious. We look back at this and
let me tell you something about that interview.
That's a memorable interview.
Like even Bispe, we're laughing.
George
we're looking.
Pierre did an online interview with Nick Diaz on the other line. Now Nick Diaz, he speaks very ghetto-ish.
Sure.
And I understand some of it because I listen to rap music. Now George, my good friend George, speaks French.
Yeah.
And I understand French very well. I'm married to a French girl.
Yeah.
And I think I'm one of the few people who can understand that dialogue. That is one of the most profound dialogues I have ever heard.
Yeah.
First of all, Nick Diaz keeps calling George motherfucker. Now, in Diaz's world, motherfucker means bro. You know, it means like, yo,
Yeah, it's like, what's up,
it's not-
motherfucker?
George is interpreting it as this guy's saying I have sexual intercourse with my mother. So he's like fucking. He's
You're
clasping.
the only guy who could understand the depth of the conversation.
That's
Every
so
day,
funny.
son.
He's watching you
One
translate
day,
it.
One day I'll do a breakdown of this conversation because both these guys didn't understand what was going. Both of them were talking a whole different language, and I'm there. I'm like, holy moly, this is about to implode.
So you're watching
And
it all.
he couldn't believe it. Hey, this guy's going too far. He's saying I have sex with my mother.
I got
I'm gonna
out
kill
of
him.
character. I started insulting him a little bit. Oh my god, it was bad.
And George never loses in school. And then he's like, I have to explain to him after that, motherfucker doesn't mean you have sexual intercourse with your mother. He's like, what?
It's like,
he took the
dude.
word mother
It's like
and
him
he took the
saying
word
dude.
fucker.
Yeah.
He translated himself.
Nick Diaz used it as, hey, bro. Hey, motherfucker.
Be great if you called him a father fucker and just confused everybody. Like, that's not even a term.
Have you ever in your personal life, even before fighting, was there anyone that talked shit to you that got to you where you kind of lost your cool in a way where you're like, fuck, this guy's inside my head?
Oh, many times. Like
Yeah.
when I was in school, I got bullied growing up at school. That's one of the reasons why I started doing martial art to defend myself. Like every week I was getting humiliated, insulting, beating up. So going into the fight games, I'm used to it from the background that I come from. So it doesn't affect me as much. I'm used to deal with it because of the experience of the past that I had.
Was that your fuel? Like, you get bullied and then just the rest of your life, you're like, oh, there's my fucking path of anger that I can just take.
Well, I don't know. I think there's many reason for something. That could be one of them. But
Our resident bully is Shane Gillis.
Yeah, I bullied a lot of kids, and that would have been a real backfire if it ended up in GSP.
I wanted to ask you, Firas, when you train somebody, is it a whole program for those few months? As far as like, do you care about their out of ring activities and stuff, like going out? Do you try to like make?
I do.
And if you're going to work with somebody, they have to like adhere to a certain like.
I do. If you're
schedule.
If you're out of I'm okay with two guys hyping up a fight within within a certain limit, but I think there's going too far and it makes us all look bad. Sometimes fighters do things that are out of line. I give them a warning or two, but if they're out of line, I gotta ask them to leave. I don't care if the guy's a champion. I don't care if he's the best, but if you're doing things that are really out of line, I run a family gym. I'm a family man. I don't want to go in this area, and I don't care how good you are. I don't care how successful you are. And there was a handful of guys that they had to go their own way because they just they didn't blend well with the gym.
And that's TriStar.
TriStar Gym.
TriStar.
So you see them come in, you kind of see that they're a little disruptive, no matter the talent. They're just kind of disrupting the whole flow of the gym, and you're like, yeah, you're fucking my shit up.
In TriStar, you have to have a good attitude. You have to have respect. We get in there, we work hard, and you have to carry yourself well after. And I don't like training bullies. Like George, I was bullied.
You can't train there, Shane.
Nothing can stop me. You guys are lucky I'm not over there.
Yeah, you stay you stay safely behind the desk.
You guys might have a decent chin, but how do you feel about dead arms? I'll give you one of those.
Wet willies. Shane's specialty is a wet willy.
Yeah, you'll tap off a wet willy.
There's been several times at the Just for Laughs festival that we walked in Montreal. It was like this TriStar Gym.
Yeah, we walk by.
I'll tell you something. When Khabib beat McGregor, I felt like it was a bully who got put in his place, and it was such a great feeling to see that, because how many guys were tortured at the hand of McGregor before and after the fight,
just opening people's brains
and
and
this guy turned the tables, and that was his karma, that was his death.
I mean, the poster of like him looking defeated on the ground at the very end of it, and Khabib just kind of like being over him was so it was like that's a changing of the guard sort of.
One of a major quality of a champion. Let's not forget one of the major quality of a champion, because a lot of guys are good in the gym, a lot of guys are fantastic when they train. A major quality of a champion is to be good when it counts.
Yeah.
And that's why McGregor is so good. He's getting to his opponent's head, and he's good when it counts. That's why Aldo fell. He put all the pressure, and when it's the time, maybe 9 out of 10, if you repeat the same thing, you will lose. But that night, when it count, that's when he performed well, and that's what is the quality of a champion.
When you watch fights now, other people, you get like the itch to get like? I know whether you're going to do it or not. I mean, do you just see people?
Yeah.
When you watch a fighter, is it kind of lined up as like, oh, I'd like to go with that. I want to see if I could challenge myself. to
all
beat
the
that
time,
guy.
and even like when I train, it's like I just finished training before I got here, and when I'm training, I feel very confident because I feel better now than when I was 25 and I'm 37. You know, I felt great. It's just my priority are in different places, but I feel great, and for sure, you know. But sometimes before I go in bed or when I wake up in the morning, I'm thinking like, do I really want to go back into this? And then I don't know. It's like I don't have the same motivation that I used to have. I don't want to go back in there for another nine title run. Like I don't feel like I've done it. I don't feel like I want to do that. It's not that I'm satisfied, but like as an athlete, when you have satisfaction, that's the end. You know what I mean? Normally, I would be motivated to do different things, but not to go back in the same route.
I mean, you almost kicked the hell out of Captain America. You had him.
Oh, I had him, but he beat me up at the end because of his shield.
Yeah, he used his shield.
But I
No
beat him.
shield
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
octagon. You're fucking Steve Rogers. Ah!
Yes.
Just legends, man. I know we want to say. I know you guys are here to
They have
promote here.
Yeah, a professional grade massage therapy product called Tim Tam. It's for athletes, trainers, therapists, and consumers. They sold over 10,000 units to over 68 countries. Still going. On Black Friday, they sold 1,200 units worldwide in one day. So visit timtam.tech for all the products. That's TIMTAM.tech for all the products.
For athletes, trainers, the rapists.
What about stoner therapists?
Therapists.
What about therapist? What about stoner comedians? When we're just like sitting there like,
Where's it going? That
do we get a good power massage where you're like, oh, all right.
You're about to hear the world's most powerful handheld massager.
Oh, Christine, my girlfriend just got wet.
Yeah, there's a bunch of our trucker ladies.
That sounds like one that can handle me.
Yeah,
Oh
ready?
yeah,
Shoot this on
Dude, get my back.
yeah. Let me do your back.
All right, go. Oh, dude, that is fucking intense. Do that again.
I think I should put on like an orange vest before I do it.
And we gotta have construction crew conversations. I go, anyways, unions busting my balls. Let me do you.
We are children.
Anyways, yeah, it is only.
Oh hell yeah! I'm getting one.
Shut up, That sounds like, dude, this is crazy.
That is deep tish.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah, this is a great.
Oh, we're not going to have cellulite anymore next summer.
It goes deep. It goes very deep.
Christine had a personal massager that plugged into the wall, and it started to spark. And I'll tell you what, the massage we were using it for, no one wanted sparks near those areas. So,
oh man, yeah, that even just the right side of my body feels better.
Yeah,
Let's
that
get
was
Tim Tams.
fantastic.
Let's get Tim Tams for everybody.
I'll get Tim Tam.
You wanna have a Tim Tam fight?
You just lock this in, huh?
What's that?
Holiday sale right now.
Holiday sale right now. It's $199.
Oh, come on! Don't be cheap.
Go
You
get a
truckers,
Tim
what else are you
Tam.
going to spend money on? You're driving a truck all day. Don't
Go
you
get a
want your
Tim
back to
Tam,
feel
or
better?
they're going to come to your house and fuck you up. Buy a Tim Tam right now. What a great motive! That's like if I were you guys and I was selling anything, I'd just do this: buy it or else.
Yeah, we know where you live.
Buy it or we'll beat you up.
Yeah, exactly. I'll send Captain America after you.
Do you get? I know when I would watch the build up to the fights thing, they would show you in clubs, which I've gone into some of the clubs of Montreal. And I was going to say, do you get there's got to be a lot of boyfriends getting angry at girls looking at it. There's got to be guys that are just kind of like getting angry if their girlfriends are coming over. Like, can I say? We, as comedians, we get the opposite. We have girls come over to us after the show, and they go, hey, my husband's a homo, and he wants to suck your dick, so will you take a picture with him?
I mean,
And we're okay.
I know we always jokingly talk about that, but last night this drunk lady after my cellar show goes, "It's my boyfriend's birthday, and he's scared to come over here and ask for a picture." And you're like, "What the fuck are you doing, lady?"
Yeah, women really like deballing their dudes.
Yeah.
It makes you feel very
For
uncomfortable.
comedians.
It's an
Yeah.
epidemic.
What's that? Yeah,
It's an epidemic.
it really is.
I find men are so whipped nowadays.
Hell yeah.
Buddy, I got a whole chunk of
yeah,
comedy about that. Absolutely. Hell yeah. Check it out on Netflix.
Oh, good sell.
Part of the Degenerates.
Yeah.
There's my
Check it
plugs.
out.
His special just came out a couple
Guys,
months ago.
both of you legends. It's so cool for you to come in and sit with us and bullshit, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And Tim Tam is the product. Check it out, man. That was good.
TimTam.tech.
I want to keep going. Tim Tam, again, professional grade massage therapy products for professional athletes.
Do you have the names on the back end? Did you learn?
What do you mean?
Let's see if you get the names right again.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Georges St. Pierre.
There you go.
Firas Zahabi.
Wow,
There he is.
a fast
Both
learner.
Arabic and French.
Georges St. I'll never say that wrong again.
No, I'm gonna start calling people I know named George.
My girlfriend's going to learn. That's what she's going to yell out later tonight.
Oh, what they say.
let her play.
Sometimes they say Georges because there's a S at the end.
Yeah. Georges.
Well,
Georges St. Pierre.
Thank you guys so much for coming in. Check out timtam.tech, and we'll be right back on The Bonfire on Comedy Central Radio. I'm Dan Soder. That's Big J. Oakerson. This is the motherfucking Lost Tape. Shane Gillis hanging out. GSP.
Just
the
fucked up
welterweight.
GSP.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Shane dropped him.
Off
in
there, I fucking laid him out.
Nuts. Dude.
Shane was chugging a bottle of water, and he goes, GSP saw me how
Yeah.
he saw how fast I could chug that water, like he's gonna leave and go, the big guy can drink a lot of water. Is it me or is the big guy
I just
drink?
chugged that Fiji right in his fucking face.
He didn't do shit, bro. By the way, he didn't do shit. If you noticed,
He went like this.
no, he didn't do shit.
He got his trainer and he goes, let's get out of here.
He goes,
And he goes, I am feeling nervous.
I sense problem when I see one.
The big man has a lot of water in his blood system.
Christine, any movement down there? Did your girl bone her up?
I mean, come on.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might as well be wearing fucking adult diapers.
Yeah.
I looked into his blue eyes and I'm not wearing underwear. It almost became a problem.
I swear to God, it's so funny when there's the soft-spoken, nice guy like that, and you know he's just
Capable
a
of-
vicious machine of death. I mean, he is so good. Do you remember his old training stuff?
Oh, yeah.
When he goes from he can do without using hands or feet, like his core. He could balancing on a ball on his stomach, an exercise ball. He could and flip over to his back and stay like all limbs off the ground. It's
Insane.
him doing
By the way, the guy
broad
never-
jumps over hurdles like without just like from standing in place.
He didn't wrestle in high school and then started wrestling, and they said he was like an Olympic grade wrestler.
Yeah, dude.
I feel like that could be me.
I think he
Shit,
defend. I think he defended, or what do you call that? What do you get revenge on a loss?
Oh, yeah.
What do you call that? They call it something. I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on the word. But I think he avenged that.
Got it.
He avenged the loss to Matt Serra, I believe.
Yeah, he did. That's when Matt Serra caught him.
Yeah.
Matt
Serra beat him.
one of the funniest and coolest people. in the
He's
world.
great. Bisbing gave him was shitty to him the whole time, and him say Bisbing's a nice guy because he is. He's a really nice guy.
Oh, man, I did
but you're
Legion of
selling a
Snakes.
fight. There's a skill, man, to fucking
Dude, it
selling
really-
a fight, man. You got to make someone give a shit about
Chael
two people. You're like, why would I care?
Chael Sonnen was like Andy Kaufman against Anderson Silva. Like Anderson Silva was trying
Gonna
to
have his wife cook. He says he's gonna come in and just take over his family. Have
Yeah.
his wife cook for him and slap her on the ass. Dude, it was the funniest thing ever.
He called Brazil mud people and then brought a pillowcase full of soap and said, "Oh, these people need to clean
Chael
themselves."
Sonnen- and he also looks like like Alex P. Keaton. He's like a young Republican.
Yeah.
He's not fighting. He's like a suit and tie guy.
Yeah, he just came in and I was like, dude, and back to the shit talking thing. He got in Anderson Silva's head, who's one of the greatest fighters easily of all time, and was undefeated, had this crazy UFC round. The hardest fight of his career was like 4 out of 5 rounds with Chael Sonnen because Chael was so deep in his head.
I was going to chime in, but I was nervous back there.
Yeah.
But I think my favorite.
But you don't know if he said something coarse, you were worried you were going to have to fucking stretch him out across this room.
He and I were already eyeing each other up right away. I mean, that's what happens when two alphas enter a room. We both.
George
fucking-
went in and we went like this. He went, he's going to sit over there the whole time. That's probably for the best.
You guys smell each other's asses for a while.
He goes, I go, no, guys, this is how they get used to each other. And I love that Firas is like, let him go. George has to smell his butt.
You guys getting the burn yet? That's how you know it's working.
Dude,
No, we didn't do fucking 40.
yeah, you did a whole 8 ball of Afrin.
I did
Shane
three.
and
I did 3 per nostril.
Shane and I did some key bumps.
Yeah.
Sometimes doesn't work on the first shot.
Dude, I'll tell you this. I can pull air from through my nose down to my butthole. That's how clear my
In
nose
the
is.
nose.
Out the butthole.
Can we get just I just want to see like a best of Brittany Furlow before we get out. I know we got to end the show. We didn't know GSP was a surprise.
Yeah, that was a
Obviously,
surprise
he was
guest.
here.
Thanks for the heads
Jacob,
up.
by the way, great job, Jacob, getting on that and getting him up here.
Shane saw it. Jacob executed it.
It was
Nice.
perfect play.